Welcome, everyone, to another edition of the Pennsylvania High School Football Report. I am Brian Linder. I'm here all by myself as far as Penn Live staffers, but I got a special guest, the another state record as being the guy who's been on our podcast the most. Pennsylvania's all-time passing yardage leader, Pennsylvania's all-time touchdown leader, maybe the single season record holder. Things go right Thursday in the Class A state title game. We got Steel High quarterback Alex Erby. Alex, it's been a big day. I know you guys had media day. It's a big week. You guys got the state title game coming up, man. How you feeling, and what's the vibe over in Steelton today?
I would say how we're feeling. I mean, we're feeling confident. I mean, we're feeling like we're our guys are ready to go, prepared and enough for the game. I mean, on the other side of it, I mean, they're a really talented team for a Cherry. I mean, they got some really talented players. I mean, although everybody knows it's like their quarterback's really talented. So I mean, we got to go out there and just go out there and play with relentless effort. I mean, that's what my dad always told us. I mean, this whole road, my high school journey. I mean, he just wants us to go out there and play with extreme effort. I mean, he doesn't care about the outcome of losing or winning, but I mean, it would be pretty special to bring a Thursday title to the town out of the last 4 years.
You guys have two state titles. You know, during your time there, you're a senior now. You won as a freshman, won it again last year. You beat Jeanette as a freshman. You beat Union Area last year. Tough teams. How tough of a team is Fort Cherry, and what are you guys up against?
I mean, I would say they're the toughest one of them all. I mean, I think they have no weak spots on their team. A great offensive line, great defensive line. I mean, this you just look around all around. I mean, you don't see a weak spot or a team that you can say, "Oh, let's just throw up a jump ball to that." I mean, we got long developing plays, and I mean, it all starts in the running up front. So I mean, we're going to try to follow the game plan and just try to prevent the quarterback from making big plays. I mean, obviously, I mean, the stats speak for itself. I mean, he's probably the most prolific quarterback we ever faced out of my 4 years. So I mean, I would say that kid's a really good player. I mean, he plays both sides of the ball. So I mean, that just tells you how tough he is. So I mean, we got this game plan. I mean, on top of game plan, this preparation. So I mean, we got to go in the game just ready to fight any type of adversity. I mean,
Now, I know you studied the position. You're more of a prototypical quarterback, 6'2", 6'3", 205, 210. You got the big arm, you can throw it. You're more the prototype. Sieg, you know, he's got the wheels. He runs it a little bit more than you do. When you look at that guy, and I know as a guy who studied the quarterback position and has the records you have in Pennsylvania, what do you think makes him special back there for them in that offense?
I mean, he can do it all. I mean, everything about him just makes him special. I mean, he can throw it on a run, throw it in the pocket, pick you apart. I mean, his IQ level of the game, I mean, seems pretty high to me. This his ability to extend plays. I mean, this his relentless effort. I mean, you don't rarely see him getting tackled by one person. I mean, obviously, if you tackle him in the backfield and wrap him up, I mean, he's gonna fall. But I mean, you never see him getting tackled by one person. I would say, but I mean, I just think our defense on our side of the ball. I mean, I think we're prepared for the moment. I mean, we haven't faced statistically wise guys like him, but we faced some similarities. I mean, the kid from Jeanette a couple years ago. I mean, even the kid from Northern Lehigh and West Perry. So I mean, we faced some running quarterbacks, and it just goes back to the drawing board of preparation. I mean, if you're not prepared to face this guy, I mean, this guy can make you look like a fool, and we can get blown out in the state championship. So I mean, I just think their offense. I mean, they got some other guys around it, but I think their heart and soul, their offense is the quarterback.
Well, Alex, I got Dan Sostek on Twitter. I saw him and Mike White from out Pittsburgh way. We're kind of talking about this could be the best matchup or the most interesting matchup of quarterbacks in the state title game we've seen in quite a while. I mean, you've accomplished a lot in your career, man. But does that get you a little extra charged up when you're lining up across, or playing across the field from another really good quarterback?
I mean, it always makes me perform at my best. I mean, I'm like at all times. I mean, he's a really good quarterback, and just seeing. I mean, he's gonna make some big plays in the game, and probably I'll sit there and look at the big plays. I'm like, all right, I got to match that or something. It's just bringing the best out of you at the end of the day. So I mean, it's playing good competition across from you and seeing somebody in the same position and putting up really good stats. Like I mean, I haven't done in the past. I mean, it's just truly special, and I would. I mean, I wouldn't trade anything for the moment. I mean, this is my last high school game, and just playing against a really good quarterback, a really elite quarterback right now. So I mean, I couldn't ask for nothing else, nothing
No
better.
matter, no matter how this goes for you guys, you and I've talked about it several times, and you've mentioned it on the podcast. I mean, this is a group of seniors. You guys have been playing together. I think your dad's been coaching a lot of you guys. You're like 4 or 5 years old. and you're going to win at least 2 state titles, maybe 3. Um, how special has this been to be a part of this? What is this group of guys like? What has made this team special?
I mean, it's just been a truly, truly special ride with them. I mean, since the age of 7, I knew that my dad always told us. I mean, if this group never splits up, they're going to win multiple state titles in high school. So I mean, he always spoke into existence from the beginning. Where it all started. I mean, he taught Jayon how to catch a football. He taught. I mean, Amari was playing center, and now he's one of Division 1 linebacker. So I mean, it's just like surreal. I mean, the things that he called, and I mean, the ability that to keep us together and keep us going to the same districts and stuff like that. But I mean, it would mean a lot. But I mean, win or lose, going out there on. I mean, we have no doubt in our mind that we can go out there and win that football game. I mean, we know it's going to be a tough football game, but I mean, in our minds, we're not thinking of losing. I mean, we're thinking about a lot of adversity and stuff like that come with the game. But I mean, if we go out there, lose, and say, I mean, I'm just extremely proud of my guys. I mean, we did a lot. I mean, we won 2 state titles, and I'm not saying I'm satisfied with my career. I mean, obviously we got a really big game, but I mean, I would say like I would be pretty happy and pretty glad and pretty blessed to just spend the opportunity with them over the last 4 years.
No matter how it goes, man, I would think there would have to be some emotion involved because all you guys have been through, all you guys have won together, all the success you've had. Then, your brother's going to go play, Andrew Erby Jr. is going to go play at Ohio, going off the Navy, play quarterback, and dad's going to be here in Steelton coaching. This is it, man. This is the last go for you guys together. How much have you thought about that? And how emotional will it be when that final horn sounds? Whether you win or lose, I'd have to think it was an emotional thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be super emotional. I mean, just thinking about it gives me the goosebumps. I mean, it's the last horn, and I'm saying we're on a good side, and we raised the state trophy for the last time. I mean, and knowing that that's our last game together, I mean, it's going to be truly emotional. I mean, I know a lot of emotions going to be flying. I mean, win or lose, but I mean, at the end of the day, we try to not to think about that so much right now. I mean, we have our talks at the lunch table and stuff like that, but all we're thinking about is going to do is playing a football game, and we're having it's like literally going out of one ear out of another, just sitting there, just thinking about, oh, it's gonna be our last ride, it's gonna be our last game that we're ever gonna play with each other. But at the same time, we're prepared and we're doing all the preparation that we need to go out there and win a football game on Thursday. So I mean, it's going out of one ear out of the other. But at the end of the day, we got a football game to play on Thursday, so we can't get caught too caught up in the emotion.
One thing that we talked about time and time before again is just how much football means to Steelton, how passionate people can be about football in Steelton. Um, you know, what's it been like this week in town, and what's it like in town and around Steelton when you guys are getting ready to play for a state title?
I mean, you just see the whole town gel together. I mean, it's a pretty special time in the town. I mean, you're seeing people talking on Facebook. I mean, you never saw them interacting with each other on Facebook. I mean, I've been Facebook friends with a lot of people, and they haven't interacted like the way they're doing now. So I mean, it's a pretty special time, and I mean, we're going through the elementary school. I mean, seeing the younger kids look up to us, and I mean, I just tell them like y'all the next up, like y'all can do this, and like I mean, I was in y'all shoes before, and like you guys can do whatever you put your mind to at the end of the day, like. So I mean, nothing's like really impossible. That's where I try to speak to the youth. I mean, and they're all looking up at each other. So I mean, we still gotta go out there. I mean, like I said, I mean, we can get caught up in emotions. We can talk about the emotions in the day, but there's still kids looking up to us and expecting us to win that state title game. So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it's just a really special time in Stilton right now. A lot of younger kids looking up to us. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of media and stuff like that, but we try not to keep our heads wrapped around a bit. I mean, at the end of the day, my dad's saying like we got to go out there because we spend too much time with all this fun stuff and stuff like that. I mean, it's all fun and you want to live it, but I mean, we still got a game to play on Thursday.
You guys got a lot of stuff going on. One of the stories we're doing, and I would encourage our listeners to check it out on PennLive. It'll be up Wednesday morning at 5 a.m. I'm not sure when this podcast will come out. It'll be out before the title game. We're doing one on Tim Ryder,
Yep,
who a lot of people might not know, but he was a Middletown linebacker. He went in Marines, got MS, and
yep,
it really hit him, really hammered him. Okay, he couldn't really, hardly, he could barely talk, barely walk, and he's kind of throwing a hail mary. He's going to Mexico for an experimental treatment that he says it has some good results, and hopefully so. But I know he connected with your team, and you guys kind of helped him with some fundraisers and stuff like that, and he delivered some messages with you guys. Tell us about that relationship real quick and what you guys have seen from Tim Ryder and I know you guys wear the special ribbon on the back of your helmet. If
Yep,
you guys have an orange ribbon with his name on it,
yep, yep,
I see that
yep.
state title game. That's what that's for. Tell us about that relationship real quick and that story real
When Miss Leanne first told us that he was coming, we really didn't know what he was going through and stuff like that. But I mean, once he told us his story and the sacrifices he had to make and what he was going through, I mean, it quickly snapped us back into reality. I mean, you don't know what nobody's going through, but he still took his time and came up and talked to the team. I mean, every time he talked to the team or said something about the team, we ended up winning a football game because we were playing off the drive of him and him telling his story and him telling to go out there and go win a football game, or it's not for him. I mean, just going out there and winning and don't take nothing for granted because I mean, this is a quick like a snap of a finger. I mean, his life changed. I mean, like everything changed for him. So I mean, he just really drilled in our heads like don't really take anything for granted. And I mean, I think that got us a little drive throughout these playoffs. I mean, we might be tired, we might be going through something, we might have bad grades or anything like that. But I mean, we got to live in the moment. We can't take anything for granted. So I mean, we just got to live every moment to the fullest and just keep pushing. And I mean, that's what he's been telling us, and we're all behind him and what he's doing in Mexico right now, and he's doing good right now. So I mean, we're just gonna keep praying for him, and we pray for him every day at practice. So I mean, this for him to come out and say them kind words before he goes through some tough adversity in Mexico. I mean, this is truly a match.
A lot going down here, man. And since we last talked, you did commit to Navy. You broke a couple state records. You got another one. Maybe if you throw two more touchdown passes or
Yeah,
three, two, I think gets you
yeah.
past
I think it was two.
57 as the
Yeah,
state record. And I think you got 56 now.
yeah.
What we're saying. All right, so that would give you the single season record. Could be a really special day with you taking home a third state record and then a state title. Uh, Kind of in the vein of everything we talked about. Well, you could end up with three state records and a third state title if it all goes well. You know, kind of in the vein of what we talked about, maybe a little bit redundant, but put all this in perspective, Alex. What this ride's been like for you, win, lose, or draw come Thursday. How special has all of this been for you to have two state records, maybe a third, Navy commit, you know, the state championship? What has all of this been like, man?
I mean, it's been a dream. I mean, dream become in like in reality. I mean, just your name in the same category as Dan Marino as a most most passing yards in Pennsylvania high school career. I mean, I don't care if I was third or fourth on that list, but I mean, I tried not to kind of worry about the records, but it's kind of hard to because everybody's bringing it up and like this all the media around it and stuff like that. People in the town coming up, bringing it up to you, stuff like that. But I mean, it's just like truly like surreal. I mean, everything happened really fast. I mean, I remember playing Newport in my first game, my freshman year. I remember doing my first interview with you, and I was panicking and stuff like that, like right before the season and stuff like that. So I mean, everything has happened so fast, but I mean, I'm trying to soak up all these last couple of moments and practices and film sessions and everything like that because I mean, you only get one shot at this, and I mean, we got one more shot, and we have an opportunity to make history on Thursday. So I mean, it's been truly a ride. Like it's been a long ride and a quick journey. That's what I would put into words right there. But it's just been a blessing. I mean, just playing alongside my dad, being a head coach, my brother being offensive lineman, and also my sister being a cheerleader. I mean, not everybody can write that story. So, I mean, just to write our story like this and still in history, it would truly cap it off for the Thursday title.
Yeah, it time flies, man. I'm telling you, because it was just like seems like just like yesterday. I was talking to you and your dad about you being a freshman, getting ready to play with all this upside and stuff, and you were nervous. Your interviews got a lot better, my man. You did good.
Yeah.
Um, Let me ask you. So you played. You guys are first off the rip. You played a first state title game. Do you watch any more of the games this weekend? You got any plans for any of the other games, or are you just worried about this one and then you're gonna carry it to the house? How does that work?
I mean, obviously, I'm worried about our state title. I mean, obviously, I mean, it's the time that's put in right now. I mean, our team. I'm just extremely proud of our team. I mean, right after the game on Friday. I mean, we're back in a film session on Saturday. I mean, all the way through Saturday. By the time, I mean, I was watching Fort Cherry on the way home from the football game. So, I mean, just that moment on, I mean, we've been 100, 120% locked in. I mean, this is a tough opponent, but at the end of the day, we've been locked in since day one. So I'm gonna try to worry about this game at first. But I mean, it would be pretty cool to go out there and actually watch a couple of state high school football games. I'm not sure. I really want to see Belvern play and Emotep play. I mean, I'm cool with a couple of Emotep guys out there, so I mean, to show my love and stuff like that to them. I mean, it'll be pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, it depends on how I feel the next day. I mean, how hard I get hit, how many times I get hit.
I
So I
imagine it
mean,
gets easier if you win.
yeah. If we win the state title game, I will come out and show my love and everything like that. But if we lose, you won't see me probably the basketball season.
Look, if you guys lose, again, how many people get a chance to win 2 state titles and play for a third? You guys, everybody. I think a lot of people expect you guys to win, but you're not really in a where you can lose, and you don't have that perspective because you're a young guy. And some people might say I'm wrong, but man, you guys playing for 3 state titles, winning 2 of them, probably maybe 3. Anybody will take that. So anyway, look, man, you're a record holder for being on the podcast. You're a record holder for a lot of other things. Uh, Thursday's going to be an exciting game. I think it's going to be one of the better state title games out there. So,
Yep.
guys, tune in. Check out Alex, your all-time. I mean, statistically, the greatest quarterback in the state of Pennsylvania. Dan Marino's been here. Jim Kelly, Joe Montana. Statistically, this guy's the guy. So check him out Thursday, and I think we got a podcast, Alex.
Yes, sir.
Got at PennLive.com. Tell them how to find you on social media.
Twitter, I mean, it's regular Erby Alex. Instagram, same as well. It's Erby Alex. So, I mean, you can follow me on socials, and that's about it.
Check this guy out because when Thursday's over, then we're getting ready for Navy. So